Good evening, everyone. I called to session our special session for the board meeting on August 3rd, 2026. Daisy, you want to take roll call?
Yes. All right, Adam,
I am here.
Christine.
Here.
I am also here as Daisy. Elizabeth,
Here.
Emily.
Here.
All right, we know that Frank is absent and Melissa is not here presently. We will see if she's able to join, and we also welcome Aaron. All right, we do have a quorum, so we are ready to roll.
Awesome. Okay. The main agenda tonight is the need to vote on approval for the staff and then the family handbooks for the 2026-2027 school year. Hopefully everyone had a chance to read through them. Aaron, thank you for sending them and then highlighting any changes. And then hopefully I only heard from Adam having access issues, so I downloaded them and sent them to you all. So hopefully you all had access. But so I thought we could start if there's any questions.
I assume that everything that was changed was highlighted in yellow. Is that right? Okay, great.
Yeah, that was really helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It
Yeah,
made it very easy perusing.
anything substantive that was added was highlighted, and then anything that was substantive that was taken out was some form of strike through.
Yes, yeah, that was really helpful. Thank you.
Really, the big pieces were that we're moving fully to the Zen platform, which is what we used last year for subs, but we're going to go completely paperless, which is very exciting. That's a big step for Jen. I'm really proud of her. She's going paperless. And then a big long skip. That was on page 7. There were a few things.
This is the
employee
staff.
handbook.
Okay, employee.
Staff handbook. There's a few things we know that we're going to have to do some amendments throughout the school year to both policies. One, a couple of the things are like the board policies that need to be updated. Not in the employee handbook, but in the other one, there's going to be a section on UPK that needs to be updated, added, that we just don't have. I don't have the knowledge yet to feel comfortable updating that. Really the pet policy is really just, here's what we do kind of anyway, but we need to get it in writing. And have a procedure, just like partly in large part just to protect the school. And several people worked on that. Darcy did the heavy lifting on that, so I'm really grateful to her for that. And then the big one is really the discipline procedures for employees. That's a huge yellow zone, with a huge strikeout so that you can see what it used to say. Based on some things that have happened in the last couple of years, I really read through that discipline policy and looked at some that I was able to see from other schools. The JCEA, obviously, we're not union. We don't have to do the union stuff, but some of it's just best practice. And so based on that, I just updated what we had to make it much more clear and hopefully more clear with more defined steps, so that we actually have a written now, so that we have a paper trail and very clear communication with staff.
Go ahead, Adam. Or did you just were saying great?
Yeah.
I have a question, Aaron.
Yeah.
On page 33, I noticed the staff meetings was wiped out.
Page 33. Let me get there. I'm on my iPad and my computer. Because I'm too old to be able to see this on my iPad. Page 33 of the employee handbook. Oh, because it talks about staff meetings at least 2 other places.
Okay. I figured
And
that
I was
was in
tired of
contract.
changing the times over and over. So that's the only reason that was crossed out, is because it says it other places.
Okay, and I had one more.
Sure.
It's page 31. It's under photocopies.
Yes,
It says anything over 75 copies.
it does, and that is what.
That's a little
What? That's a Gen Web thing.
okay. And I agree, yes, if it's a large one. I'm not I'm not understanding the 75 copies. Is it pages?
That's a
Because
really good question.
it could be 75 copies of, you could have 3 pages, and that's quite a bit of copies.
I think she means 75 pages.
Okay.
So let me ask her to clarify that. I am positive she means 75 pieces of paper.
That's kind of what I was thinking, because you take that times, you need 15 copies of it, and then the next thing you know, that's that's
Right,
quite a bit of
75
paper.
copies of something that's 50 pages long.
Right, that's
Oops, and it should probably differentiate between color and black and white, but
If anyone's not able to access the Google Doc, Erin's in there making the edit right now. I can share my
yes.
screen if that would that be helpful?
And I thank you, because I'm not very Zoom friendly anymore.
Zoom's like my favorite whenever I'm on anything else. I'm like,
Okay, so I just made a note and assigned it to Jen to look at.
okay.
Thank you. Because you're right, that's kind of unclear. But that's really an issue of, we're burning through copiers really fast because they keep overheating. And unfortunately, we do
overcharges.
have a few people who print multiple copies of sets of things that are 100, 200 pages
Yes.
in color.
Yeah, I know.
it's just basically saying coordinate, so I think that's
Yes, plan ahead, coordinate, based on the numbers of boxes of copies of things sitting in the front office right now from the Jeffco Copy Center. I think people are taking it to heart, and they're trying really hard to do that ahead of time.
Does Jeffco, you said the Jeffco Copy Center, is that a school? What is the Jeffco Copy Center?
It's at their central office, and they do all of the printing and binding and everything for all of the Jeffco schools.
Yeah.
And we pay for things, but it's, a penny a copy versus 10 cents a copy to do it on site.
That's smart.
Any other questions on the employee staff handbook?
I did have one thing, and just a quick, I know we haven't officially posted our new board of directors bylaws, because we needed to just do a quick review with the board of directors, but we adjusted it to say that we have a variable number of board of directors numbers.
What page are you on?
That I was getting to. It showed up a couple of places though.
Is that
on both?
What?
Just describing the number of board of directors, like what the board of directors is.
Let's see. There's
Is that in the family
committees.
handbook, Daisy?
It's in both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's going to change over the course of this year in preparation for next year. Probably half of the staff handbook is copied and pasted out of the employee and family out of the family and student handbook. Most schools that I've seen, their employee handbook is 15, 20 pages long.
I think these were lengthy.
These are a little, and they're smaller than they used to be, but they're kind of over the top. Let's see, confidential information.
And what's your question, Daisy?
It's just the description of the board of directors. It says it's 6 board of directors and one staff representative.
Okay. So
And
you
we're
want,
like a variable,
yeah,
we changed it to however many that I don't remember.
I think it's 7 to 9. So if I think what the bylaws are 7 to 9.
I think that's what I read too. When you find it, Daisy, would you
Flag it in there.
if you flag it for me, then when
You
we
got it.
update the other board stuff, we'll just update that too. Does that
Okay.
work for everybody?
Mhm.
Because I'm going to be at Jeffco all day tomorrow, and so I won't have time to find it.
Yep.
And
Happy to do
basically, so if there's any changes, we'll just run it through a vote again for an amendment. Is that right? And what about like non-substantive changes? I'm not sure what that would be, but like, I guess for that scenario, does that need to be voted on by the board again?
In the past, we haven't.
Yeah.
The board has chosen. We've agreed to approve with the stipulation that any non-substantive changes don't need further approval.
So maybe once we update, like probably once we get to updating the policies for the board, that might be something that we could just do. We could update the handbook if needed at that time also.
Yeah.
But if you're making edits, like, I don't know.
The
minor-
thing about Jen's copies.
Exactly. I don't think we need to vote on that again. Exactly.
That I'm comfortable with that too.
So, and Erin, I guess if you're ever, like, if you're not sure or whatever, we could chat about it and I could always
Yeah.
bring it forward and see what they think too. So,
Yeah.
okay. Any other questions about any of them?
No.
Oh,
that's
I
good.
had one thought, Daisy, or no, Adam, I guess, since you own the calendar, Adam.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we add handbooks, reviewing and approving handbooks into the spring for the board calendar.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we can just put it into like a normal business meeting. This one got missed, I think, with all the transitions and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
it did.
Erin, thank you for picking it up and
Yeah.
moving it forward. And thank you all for our special meeting. But
Yes, thank you.
I think it might be in there. I feel like
it's totally possible it got missed. So
Yeah, and one thing
Yeah,
that I've
it's
noticed that I
under
don't
June.
have is like a master calendar of things that are due for the principal or for the school leadership,
Mm,
like you guys have for the board for each month. And so I'm going to start working on that too, so that that's something that we have in place.
excellent.
yeah.
We encourage
we
Robin to create something like that. I think that would be really helpful for all of us.
Do you think we should bump handbook up just so it's not lost in June?
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I can move it to May.
Sure. Yeah.
We
And
can
then-
try for May.
Oh, and I
Because
was
it's a
CMAS is
tough one,
all
yeah.
the month of April,
Okay.
and so nothing
Well,
else happens, but we can
what if
try
it-
for May.
or it could be begin discussion. I always think sometimes it's good just to even have it like where it's like, oh, next month we'll have to talk about that.
Yes,
And then
I
what
like
else
that.
to say? Oh, in this, I was reading about how it's saying that the principal should have, my dog just like barged in here. The principal there, it says there should be 2 reviews for the admin in here. And we only have 1 in our calendar. So we should
Mm,
Oh, so
Yep.
we probably need to update that language too,
or do 2.
or do two.
What does staff do? I obviously zoned in on the responsibility that was ours, but
In a perfect world, we do two. And realistically, we do the ones that we try really hard to do two. Some
Okay.
of those, honestly, the second ones for most people didn't happen because we didn't get to the first ones until March.
yeah. Well, that I am only laughing because my organization has switched it to all the time where it's like it's 2 a year, 1 a year. So
Yeah.
I think the goal is just that there's like a good system for regular, actually really helpful feedback. So
Yeah.
and I know best practice around that's debated, I think, on it. So I was just curious. I was just like, we could follow what staff do. So, but so anyways, I was just making that note, Adam, that we could make that note in the calendar.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, but that was all I had.
Great.
So if we're
Okay.
comfortable, I think we would need a vote on both.
Do we want to do the parent? Do you want to talk through the parent one also?
Yeah, just really quick.
Yeah, go
Do you
ahead.
want to do one vote on both, or do you want to do separate votes?
I think one vote on both, right? Or I mean, like, we can vote at the same time
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
to approve both.
On the family handbook, little changes. Middle school doesn't have a part-time assistant this year, so I'm going to take that out. Classroom placement, given some things that happened last year and this year, I was able to get some really good. Jennifer and I looked at some different language, and I'm on page 12, and that was the language that we found that we really liked. To really, there was some feedback that there wasn't as much communication from a few families as they felt like they needed to have around classroom placement and how the process works. And so by putting it in the handbook, our hope is that people have access to it year round. And so there's not that, well, you didn't tell us, or we missed it. It was, there's just, it hopefully will make that communication more clear. And so that was why we did that addition there.
Aaron, can I just ask? I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know if you've been a part of the conversations where they talked about it, but like, is this something that is a problem very much at the school? Like, do you get a lot of requests to change classrooms?
I don't feel like we get any more than any other Montessori school. Having said that, I think that coming back from COVID, when numbers were really, really low,
Yeah.
we were trying to keep the school open. And so a lot of things happened differently than they'd happened in the past. There was a lot more, yes, we'll move your child where you want them. And so now we're trying to reestablish what was in place before COVID.
Yeah.
And it is, I'm learning as I get to know more leaders at different schools that this is a somewhat unique Montessori charter school thing.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, it's not, not a judgment on it. It's just a fact.
Like it's unique to Montessori schools. Yeah. I could see this is just my own, but sorry, I'm like trying to keep commentary to a minimum. I could see that though, just because kids don't move classes as often. So anytime they move a class, it feels really like
it's really jarring.
Yeah. But yes, anyways, but I think applaud you all for getting placements out so early and school
great.
supply lists out so
Yes.
Well, thank you. It's been there's going to be a big amount of reflection around whether that last day of school, getting that information out was really the right time.
Yeah.
It was really hard to get it done.
Yeah.
And it has posed some interesting challenges. The whole system has posed, it did really great things, but it's also posed some interesting challenges for us.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
We also lost our flexibility.
Oh.
Last minute flexibility on placement too.
Can I ask what are the challenges it posed?
Well, it's and we're in a place where we have to like now stick to what we said, which is a good thing. But as
kids aren't
Lisa
coming
and I
back.
as there's last minute challenges, changes, we're kind of, it's hard to balance classrooms now based on a wait list.
Yeah.
Whereas they were pretty well balanced. That there are some challenges with that because we have to start at the first person on the wait list and make offers down that wait list.
Yeah.
Which means that we may have a little bit less balance in classrooms that were better balanced before.
Right. Yeah, that kid's not going to perfectly fit in maybe into like where the gap is.
Right. We lose a 6th grade girl, but the only person on the wait list is a 6th grade boy.
Yeah.
Mm,
Right.
And so it's those kinds of little things. And I think that that maybe the communication gap between, okay, we're telling you this in May, but we're not going to respond to your questions until mid-July, that most people didn't care, but there were a few people that was really stressful for them.
I
Yeah.
can
Okay.
see that. Yeah, it's like maybe July is a better timeline, or
Yeah, so Lisa Mitchell, who does all the enrollment stuff, we've been kind of talking about it a little bit, and as a leadership team, and the roundtable, I think
yeah.
we'll reflect on it this year.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a new
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a good effort to try something new in order to give people time to, determine classroom situation or whatnot. And like just small things like knowing we had the school supply list, I'm like,
Yes.
oh, we went yesterday and shopped, and normally we're doing it deep into August, and so I
Which
think
is not a good time.
the
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, like I pre-ordered all that stuff like 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm
Right?
So
like,
I think kudos to the trial, and I think, yeah, that makes sense to think through it too, to see, oh, well, maybe there's a better timing or whatnot. So
Yeah. Well, because what we were doing wasn't working. It wasn't
yeah.
working for parents. It wasn't working for the school. So it takes a few years to work the
yeah,
kinks out of something, but I
I
think it
think
was a
that's
good
great.
start.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good response to a need, and yeah, and you'll just keep tweaking it. So
Yeah.
I didn't mean to give everyone a headache. I just was trying to scan to the next yellow.
Let's see. What page is that?
I'm on. It looks like
53.
page 53. Yeah.
Thank you. Scrolling. There we go. Yes. That one is just an update to Tina is doing a training this year on this collaborative and proactive solutions
Oh, great.
model. She's being trained on it over the year, and she's bringing that back to the school throughout the year as part of our professional development for the year. They kind of ran it a little bit last year. She and Sam, our OT, and had some really great results with the students that they work with and the classrooms that they partnered with. And so they're going to be broadening that out into the school.
Cool. Sounds
Great.
like a good approach.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes your headache again.
Oh yeah. So the student technology use. This was a statute. This is statute based. The language came straight from the not the League of Charter Schools, the other charter school institute. That's the one. They have a great spot on their website with like exemplars that you can just plug in your own school's information. And we tweaked it a little bit. We have an issue with smartwatches in a lower elementary, so we specifically called out smartwatches as part of the descriptions of things. But the language is straight out of this is based on the statute.
And
we actually needed to update this, so it's good that it was already there because we didn't have to write it ourselves.
the state of Colorado mandated that every school
Yeah.
in the state have a written and posted policy on the usage of cell phones and
Yep.
devices.
Yep. And it's actually kind of nice because it's not just as being whatever. It's like the state says we have to do this. And here's the language that we're supposed to use.
That might be it, I think.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Don't hate me. Just doing a quick scan. Okay, yeah. Awesome.
Excellent. I think this all looks great. I think very thoughtful
Yeah.
changes. I think it wasn't too much. So I think this is really good.
Thank you.
I guess I'm open to discussion. Otherwise, I'm happy to vote on the changes.
I think we're ready to vote.
Great. I motion to pass both of them.
Hold on one second, please.
Yes, happily.
Still taking notes here. I motion to pass. Okay.
I motion that we pass the Montessori Peak Student and Family Handbook first, as with the changes as outlined in the document that we reviewed tonight.
I'll second.
All right. Everybody in favor, please say aye. And maybe
Aye.
throw up a hand just to make it easy for me. Thank you. Any opposed?
Looks unanimous.
Beautiful. Aaron's happy. I love it. All right. That is student and family. Is there a motion for the employee handbook?
Yes, I motion that we pass the 2026-2027 Montessori Peaks Employee Handbook with the changes as described, with no further substantive changes.
I'll second.
All right. I'm gonna have to go back and edit that so hard. That's okay. All in favor, please say aye or throw up a hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? Beautiful. Also passed by unanimous votes. Passed. That's great. This is why I edit my notes.
Awesome.
Thank you. I am marking that off my list, my to-do list with great joy.
Good.
Well, woohoo! We like joy.
Okay, good. And then our last item that I just wanted to check in with everyone on, because we need to get our board meeting set for the school year.
Mhm.
We had a brief discussion around this in, like, I don't recall now if it was June or July. And so last year our board meetings was the third Wednesday of the month. And I think Sarah had an issue with it, but Sarah obviously has resigned from the board now. And we thank you, Sarah, for your service also, if you're watching. but anyways, I wanted to check in and see if the third Wednesday of the month works for us moving forward for everyone, or did you want to have more of a discussion around it?
It works for me.
Yeah, that's
It works.
that's fine.
Okay, awesome.
That was easy.
Okay, so the third Wednesday of the month, Aaron, I'll try and double check those days tomorrow and shoot them your way.
And as far as which days, if you wanted any to be in person.
Yes, right. Quarterly is what we normally do for that for our new members.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll look and see when we've done that in the past for.
Would we have a board meeting this month on the third Wednesday? Because that would be the first day of school.
Yeah, Aaron says no.
Okay,
I mean,
like,
I'm with
like,
you,
how's
Aaron.
everyone feeling about that?
Do we have items that need, should we do a meeting this month? Like the following week?
Let me check the board
that
calendar
last
real
week
quick
of
to
August?
see.
I mean, we always need to approve meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe the last week of August. Just because I think that would be a long period of time.
Historically, we
till
have
September.
skipped the like we don't have a July meeting, and we did a lot this
Yeah.
July.
Yeah.
There's nothing that significant on the calendar, at least.
Okay. Maybe Aaron, I'll check in with you to make sure you don't have any needs from the board when we meet. And then I'll let you know if we seem like we need one in August or not. Or we could, yeah. Does that sound good for everyone?
Yeah, that sounds
Yes.
good to me. The 27th is back to school night, and the 28th is the PTA. I keep calling it the PTA party, and that's not what it's called.
Back to school social?
The social. Thank you.
I
So just
struggle
keep
with
that
it
in mind
all
too.
because they're all like the same. I know we got a lot going on, so I wouldn't mind not doing one in August.
Right. I'm like, I'm fine to skip.
I know.
I'll just go ahead and say that. Like, I don't mind.
I just know we've had so much business kind of out of order, and that's why we had one in July. So I just want to make sure we're able to stay on top of our, like, if we have regular board meetings, my hope is we don't have to have a lot of ad hoc board meetings, but we'll see. So okay, so I note your hope, Melissa, and
I was like, that's gonna be a really busy week.
I know. Okay, good. That's all I had. And then just a reminder to double check the dates that Daisy sent out for next week for the various back to school things. Put it on your work calendars and see what you could attend. We went through all that though, on who can make it to what. So just keep an eye on that.
All right.
That's
Just as another calendar reminder, the first Wednesday of every month is our full staff meeting after school. So if there's ever somebody from the board used to come to like the first 5 minutes of the meeting and just give a little quick top 5 of the board. And we kind of stopped doing that. But if that's something that you think it would be helpful to start up again to kind of as a way to communicate with the staff what's going on with the hiring process or whatever that kind of stuff, let me know and I'll be happy to reserve that couple of minutes at the beginning for you.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I like the idea a lot. It'll just be a matter of who would be able to do it. So maybe we'll try to remember to talk about that at the next board meeting. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm happy to give updates on the search process also, especially to the staff. I feel like so I'm going to be gone the first Wednesday of the month. This next month is Wednesday the 2nd. I'm out of town the 2nd until the 8th, but if there, so I'm happy to participate in that.
Okay. Or just send me something for the Monday memo and the Friday newsletter so that we're communicating that regularly
Excellent.
because it'll fall off my plate.
Yeah.
It'll just
I get it. Excellent.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Great.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone. I adjourn the meeting.
All right.
Thanks.
See you
Have a good
later,
night.
probably at all these school events.
I know. See you all next week.
Yeah, like see you guys in the next 2 weeks every day. So
Bye, besties. Good to see you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.